This is part 9 of our whooping cough story. What I try to remember every day as I'm taking care of my children and myself and my family, and we are trying to heal our, help our body heal and recover from pertussis infection. And what we do, probably the most helpful thing we've done is vitamin C in high doses. And so we use the lipospheric or liposomal, it's called, variety of vitamin C, and that is fat soluble and it's really bioavailable for your body. I have a family member who makes it, and that's been really helpful. We actually were taking that before we found out that it was whooping cough, because it's very helpful for all of your body functions, and we just hadn't been taking it in like mega doses, and so now we take that in large amounts. Like I take a cup of that liquid spread out in my water over the day. My 4-year-old daughter, who weighs like 42 pounds, she takes 3 to 4 tablespoons. She really likes it, so sometimes she asks for more. And my 2-year-old takes 2 heaping tablespoons. My infant I give, there's a good article online you can look up, vitamin C treatment for whooping cough. And it recommends like doing a formula where you take, that's what we did, your body weight divided by, or you basically figure out how much you're supposed to take. If you take the liposomal lipospheric variety, you divide by 1/3. You need 1/3 less because it's so easily used by your body. And so yeah, so my baby, I give it to her while I nurse her in a dropper, one of those little, like, if you ever use tinctures, herb tinctures, there's like a little glass dropper, and so I have an empty one, and so I fill that up with a tablespoon of the liposomal liquid every day. And every time I nurse her, when I have my letdown, I just do a few drops in her mouth. I mean, I do a few dropperfuls. And many days I'll have, it's like, I think it's something like around 18 dropperfuls for that amount. And so sometimes I don't have, I'll have a little bit left, like I haven't given her. But that has been the most helpful thing for us. So we try to do that every day. I do that mostly every day, and to keep that really consistently. What else I try to do is be a water pusher, make sure we're hydrated. We live in Hawaii, so we can get young coconuts really well. So I just take a probiotic capsule and I put it in the coconut water and let it sit out at our warm room temperature for 24 hours, and then I dump some of it out and add more fresh coconut water, and I kind of make like a coconut water probiotic drink with that. And so we all have like about 2 or 3 tablespoons to 1/4 a cup of that every day, because your healing comes from your gut. So anything you can do to, this is my thinking, anything I can do to keep my gut health, my gut, probiotic microbe colonies happy, that's going to help us heal. So I'm doing that. I've also had a few days where we'll take, if I don't have enough coconut water kefir, I'll give a probiotic capsule that, like, I had bought, the variety that you need to keep in the fridge. I think it's important to get a good quality probiotic. But also I've heard that sauerkraut, just a small amount, like a 1/4 cup of sauerkraut, has way more beneficial probiotic, and huge amounts of it, than any probiotic capsule. So I haven't researched that. I don't know exactly how that's true, but that's another thing that I've been trying to feed us at least every other day. My girls like sauerkraut. I love it, and I make it. I usually put different things in it, always cabbage, but sometimes I put daikon in it, which totally, the spiciness goes away after you use the radish after it's fermented. A lot of times I'll put onion. It's a good way to get garlic in that's not offensive. Sometimes I put turmeric, grated turmeric in, but we like to eat that with, like, you know, I'll make like canned salmon that, you know, that I'll mix with like herbs and garlic and egg and make little salmon patties, and we love to eat that with sauerkraut. So I've been trying to remember probiotics every day. That's to help our healing. Another thing that I've been trying to remember every day is to oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Is to keep my brain working by going to bed early and not like staying up researching things late, and going to bed as early as I can. And taking naps if you can, because it's so important to sleep. So I am trying to do that. We've had a few times where, like a few nights ago, my husband and I stayed up until like 11 watching a movie and just talking, because we've been on survival mode kind of, and so we were like, let's have a night of staying up late, you know, because we've been up that late before doing other things that were, you know, not kind of refreshing, you know, to relax. So anyway, fish oil, like fermented cod liver oil or cod liver oil, are very good, like quality fish oil. Has lots of fat soluble vitamins, especially vitamin A, which is really helpful, and helpful for stress. And it's a stressful time being a caretaker of sick children, also being sick yourself, being in such a long like health journey. So every day I'm taking like a little less than like probably 2 teaspoons worth, and I'm giving my girls that also because it's so good for them, and it's good for healing, for like building bones and helping heal, keep their teeth healthy. And I'm also trying to give them bone broth every day, and so like I'll make a grain like quinoa. This morning I actually cooked their oatmeal in bone broth, and I added almond butter to it, because bone broth is so healing and so good. You're hungry? Okay, I'll get you food. Just a minute. Your oatmeal? Okay, it's in the fridge. She didn't finish all her oatmeal, so she's going to eat it now. And, yeah, I'd say, let's see. The other thing we're trying to remember every day to do, try to keep perspective, a joyful heart. Yeah, a cheerful heart is probably the best medicine you could have, which has been, okay, I'll get you food in a minute, which has been off and on a struggle. And so I'm trying to keep perspective with this. And I would also say, just quickly, we eat like no processed foods, like really whole food. I think that really helps eating, like we eat like local vegetables or organic things. You know, I buy like grass-fed beef and beef bones for making beef bone broth, and I buy like chickens from a local farm. And I really believe that our food can be our medicine, and that eating clean, like real food, you know, not like packaged things, is very healing, anti-inflammatory, and amazing for keeping you healthy. And I think that's one of the best things that I can do long term for my family. So that's just comes kind of like naturally, because we've been doing that for a while. You know, and we're not like crazy, like, if someone makes us food, we're like, is it GMO? Is there organic? Like, no. And we go out to the fish and chips place sometimes. We have pizza out sometimes. So we're not like crazy purists, but I definitely, like, if I'm cooking food for my family, like, it's not coming out of a package. It's just cheaper. It's simple. It's easy. It's good. We like it. It tastes good. So, yeah, hope that's helpful. That's at least what I try to remember every day. Keep it simple, you know, not limiting or not having dairy, things that are like, we're not eating simple carbohydrates and dairy and sugar that would complicate our like inflammation and create mucus. So